Marc Marquez's winning weapons, identified by the Gresini team. What will be Marc Marquez's main strengths in 2024 and his challenge for the World Championship? Jorge Martin. I am the best rider in MotoGP and the numbers show it. The current championship leader feels he's the best in 2024 and is ready to win the World Championship this season. Let's discuss. Watch until the end. MotoGP points leader Jorge Martin has confidently declared himself the best rider on the grid right now, even though he admits there are still areas he needs to improve. Martin, who finished second to Francesco Bagnaia in the 2023 championship, has been at the forefront of the 2024 season, holding the lead in the standings for much of the campaign. However, after a disastrous San Marino Grand Prix, where a strategic gamble in unpredictable conditions went wrong, Martin's lead in the championship was slashed from 26 points to a mere 7. In an interview ahead of the Misano Grand Prix, Martin was asked who he believed was the top rider currently competing in MotoGP. His response was candid and full of self-belief. "It's a difficult question," Martin began. "What does it mean to be the best rider? It's a very subjective thing, really. There's a high level of competition right now. The four of us fighting for the title, all riding Ducatis, Pecco Bagnaia, Marc Marquez, Enea Bastianini and myself, are all at the top of our game. But if I'm honest, I believe I'm a step ahead of the rest." He went on to explain, "I know it may come off as arrogant, but right now I think I'm the best rider out there. That's not to say I don't have things to work on. I definitely do. There are areas where I need to improve and polish my performance. If you don't constantly work to improve, you can quickly go from first to 8th place in this sport, and I'm fully aware of that. But at the moment, I believe I'm the fastest, and the numbers back that up. It's not just something I'm saying to boost my ego." Martin's confidence is supported by the stats. He has taken more pole positions than any other rider this season, with 5 compared to Bagnaia's 2. Bastianini, Maverick Vinales, Alex Espargaro and Marquez have only managed 1 or 2 each. Martin also leads the pack when it comes to sprint wins, having secured 4 so far in the season. Just 1 more than Bagnaia, his main rival after 13 rounds of racing. However, while Martin's consistency has kept him at the top of the standings, he has managed only 2 Grand Prix victories compared to Bagnaia's impressive 7 wins. Marc Marquez, after a rollercoaster season marked by injuries and controversies, is now level with Martin on Grand Prix wins, following his recent triumph at the San Marino Grand Prix. Despite these setbacks, Martin's consistency, having only missed out on scoring points in 3 races this year, has allowed him to maintain a slim lead in the championship battle. During the same interview, Martin reflected on the drama surrounding Ducati's decision to reverse their initial plan to promote him to the factory team for the 2024 season. Ducati's choice to favor Marc Marquez over Martin was a bitter pill to swallow for the young Spaniard. "I'm not going to lie, I felt like an idiot," Martin admitted. "I was ready for the opportunity to move up to the factory team. I'd proven myself, I'd put in the performances, and I was fully expecting to make that next step. But when they decided to go with Marc instead, it was a real blow. At the same time, I understand the decision. Marc's a legend in this sport and his name carries a lot of weight, but it still stings." Looking toward the future, Martin's career path is taking a new direction. In 2025, he will join the Aprilia factory squad, where he will team up with fellow rising star Marco Bezzecchi. The move to Aprilia represents a fresh start for Martin, and he's eager to make his mark with the Italian manufacturer. "I'm really excited about the future," Martin said. "Joining Aprilia is a fantastic opportunity for me. They've shown incredible progress in recent years, and I think they're capable of challenging the top teams. With Bezzecchi as my teammate, I think we'll push each other to be even better. It's a new chapter for me, and I'm ready for it." Meanwhile, Pramac Racing, the satellite team where Martin currently rides, will undergo significant changes for 2025. The team is set to part ways with Ducati and switch to Yamaha machinery. The move marks the end of a successful partnership between Pramac and Ducati, but for Martin, the focus is on his own journey and what lies ahead. As the 2024 season heads toward its climax, the battle for the MotoGP crown is heating up. With Bagnaia, Marquez, Bastianini and Martin all in the mix, the final rounds promise high drama and intense racing. Martin's belief in himself as the best rider will be put to the test in the upcoming races, and only time will tell if his confidence will translate into his first MotoGP World Championship title. For now, Martin remains focused on doing what he's done all season, staying consistent, improving where needed, and proving that he is indeed the fastest rider on the grid. Whether that will be enough to secure the title against fierce competition from riders like Bagnaia and Marquez remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, Jorge Martin is determined to leave his mark on MotoGP. Gresini Racing's sporting director, Michele Massini, has credited the unique team atmosphere inside the garage as the key winning weapon for Marc Marquez's success during the 2024 MotoGP season. Marquez, an 8-time world champion, made headlines when he made the bold decision to part ways with Honda a year early, opting instead to ride with Gresini Racing on a Ducati GP23. While the move was seen as a gamble, it has quickly proven to be a smart choice, as Marquez has consistently performed at the top level, challenging for podiums from the very beginning of the season. The Spaniard's decision to switch to Gresini has undeniably paid off. The team has witnessed Marquez rise to the occasion repeatedly, culminating in back-to-back victories at the Aragon and San Marino Grands Prix. These performances have pushed Marquez into title contention, with him now sitting just 53 points behind championship leader Jorge Martin as the season heads into its crucial final stages. After his latest win at the Misano circuit, Marquez's prospects for contending for the championship have significantly brightened. While the buzz surrounding Marquez's potential to secure another world title is growing, Massini has urged caution. He acknowledges the team's achievements, but is careful not to overstate their chances too soon, preferring to let the results speak for themselves as the season progresses. In an interview with Marca, Massini shared his thoughts on what he believes has been the most important factor behind Marquez's stellar performances so far. "I'd rather not get ahead of ourselves at this point," Massini remarked. "We know the mathematical outcome will only be clear later in the season, but it's true that our current form helps us in the championship standings. We'll have a better sense of where we stand after the second race at the Marco Simoncelli circuit for the Emilia-Romagna GP. He further pointed out the challenges they'll face in upcoming races in Asia, where different track surfaces and conditions will provide new obstacles. We'll be dealing with very different types of asphalt and other racing conditions when we get to Asia. We can approach it differently, but we must stay consistent in how we've been doing things," Massini explained. "For me, the real weapon for victory isn't just the bike or the strategy, it's the atmosphere within the team. That's what gives Marc his edge." Marquez himself dedicated his win at Misano to the late Fausto Gresini, founder of the Gresini team, describing it as a fitting tribute to the belief the team has shown in him. His remarkable victory, achieved after starting from 9th on the grid, showcased his resilience and determination to repay that faith. Massini, who has been part of the Gresini family for nearly 2 decades, reflected on the emotional weight of the victory, particularly since it took place on home soil. He said that Marquez's win felt like a monumental achievement for the entire team. "I've been a part of this family for 18 years, and that day at Misano was truly special," Massini said, referencing the San Marino GP. "It was a result we didn't quite expect, although we knew Marc was capable of a comeback in his signature style, but given the difficult conditions on the track, only a rider of his caliber could pull it off. It was nothing short of incredible." Massini emphasized the significance of the race being held at home in Italy, as well as the emotional connection to Fausto Gresini's legacy, as the team was racing with a retro-themed livery that honored the late team principal. "It was like Marc earned 50 points instead of just 25, Massini continued. "That's how important this victory felt to all of us. We're in a golden period right now, and Marc is absolutely loving his time on the Desmosedici. He's incredibly fast, and the mood in the garage is electric. We've just got to keep this momentum going." With the championship now heating up and Marquez displaying his finest form in years, all eyes are on the next phase of the season. Gresini Racing's focus will be on maintaining the positive team atmosphere that has helped propel them forward while navigating the challenges of new circuits and unpredictable conditions. Hey MotoGP fans, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest action.